Many exciting motorcycles went to auction during the Villa Erba auction last Saturday, and in a sign that the motorcycle market is undergoing change, most of the really big-ticket items failed to sell. Here's a quick rundown of the main bikes and how they fared. No sale. 1928 Brau Superior SS100 Moby Dick. The Brau Superior SS100, nicknamed Moby Dick by Motorcycling UK magazine in 1931, went to auction at Villa Erba, and we expected it to shuffle its way back to the top of the listings. The last time the bike went to auction it was sold by Bonhams for £210,500, $333,210 in 2011, becoming one of the top 10 most valuable motorcycles ever sold. This time around, Moby Dick was estimated by auctioneers rm-sotheby to sell for between €500,000 and €700,000, $550,000 to $770,000, but it failed to make reserve and was passed in. The high bid was €420,000, $469,590. Auction link. No sale. 2010 Megavolts Agusta 500 3-cylinder. This is not an original MV Agusta 500 racing triple, but it is a perfect replica of one that was created by Italy's HRT Engineering. HRT's principals are Ezio and Maurizio Mascheroni and Enrico Serona, and the company was involved in creating the current MV Agusta 675 triple. Serona was also part of the MV Agusta tech team when Agostini was riding the real one. The bike was built using the original technical drawings, and when Agostini saw HRT's first replica, he ordered one, and this is the bike they built for him. It was auctioned with Ago's signature on the fairing and a letter confirming his ownership. It was subsequently ridden at the Isle of Man in an exhibition lap by the 7-time 500 champ, and when it went to auction last Saturday, it didn't sell. Bidding only went to €175,000, $195,663 against an estimate of €200,000 to €250,000. Auction link. No sale. 1936 Brau Superior SS100, an expertly restored specimen of a matchless-engined Brau Superior SS100. The bike just failed to make reserve with a high bid of €170,000, $190,072 against an official estimate of €180,000 to €250,000. Auction link. No sale. 1957 Gilera 500 4-cylinder. We got so excited when we heard this bike was going to auction that we wrote a feature article on the glorious history of the machine, only to subsequently find that the claimed Scuderia Duke history was incorrect and the provenance is indeterminate. We're not sure what the story is, but there must be some validity to the bike's claim to authenticity, because it managed to attract a high bid of €150,000, $167,711, which was not accepted. The original estimate of €380,000 to €450,000 was almost irrelevant when the provenance story fell through. Auction link. $160,248, 1954 BMW 54 rupees. Somewhat anticlimactically, the top-selling bike of the auction only achieved the 5th highest bid, but it was the first to be accepted. This bike is a construction based around a 54 rupees BMW racing engine from a sidecar, so it isn't entirely authentic. Just the same, it fetched in the vicinity of several previous genuine 54 rupees bikes that have gone to auction with a final price of €143,325, $160,248. Auction link. $130,814, 1938 Brau Superior SS80 Deluxe. This very original SS80 sold for €117,000, $130,814 against an estimate of €100,000 to €150,000. Auction link. No sale. 1933 Brau Superior SS80 Deluxe, restored but absolutely identical to the way it left the Brau Superior factory 84 years ago. This SS80 Deluxe attracted a high bid of €100,000, $111,807 against an estimate of €120,000 to €180,000. Auction link. $113,809, 1,974 Megavolts Agusta 750s. His MV Agusta teammate that year was Phil Reed, who won the company's last world title, and Bonero won the 500cc Grand Prix at Imola that year, which is just a short way down the road from the site of this auction, as is the MV factory. We think that connection more than makes up for the maternity ward mix-up, and so did the winning bidder, who paid €101,790, $113,809 for the bike, and the story that goes with it. Auction link $111,192 1968 megavolts Agusta 861 Magni. Another MV Agusta Sport that began life as a lesser model, being the original 600cc four-cylinder machine first created by MV Agusta, though this one was eventually turned into a full-blown Magni 861 spec bike by Giovanni Magni, complete with that company's famous chain drive conversion. The bike sold for €99,450, $111,192. Auction link $88,300 1968 Aigle Vincent 1330 Café Racer by Gaudet. Many Aigle Vincents are simply copies of the original Fritz Aigle creations, but there is only one person who has ever approved to use the name by Aigle, the French constructor Patrick Gaudet. This is one such bike, and it sold remarkably cheaply for €78,975, $88,300. Auction link no sale 2011 Brau Superior SS 100 750 baby pending. This is quite a significant motorcycle in the history of Brau Superior, but as with most other items at auction, true perspective doesn't seem to kick in for at least a few decades. Such was the case with this bike at auction. Though it holds several world speed records from Bonneville that were set in 2013, and was expected to sell for between €100,000 and €150,000, bidding only went to €55,000, $61,494. Auction link $32,704 1937 Zundap K800. One of the bargains of the entire auction IMHO. This 1937 Zundap is not just gorgeous, it's one of the rare 800cc four-cylinder models of which just 550 were produced and far fewer have survived. Given it sold for just €29,250, $32,704, it was a steal. Auction link $26,163 1963 Norn Manx 30M. Another one of those auction items that one looks at in retrospect and cannot help but wonder why it went so cheaply. It's a 1963 Manx Norn and normally would be expected to sell for between 2 and 3 times the price it went for here. That is, until you realize that it is believed to be the bike ridden by Australian Jack Ahern to second place in the 1964 World 500cc Motorcycle Championship behind Mike Halewood and ahead of Phil Reed, and the winning bike in the 1964 Finnish Grand Prix. €23,400, $26,163. Auction link view gallery 15 images.